All right, shalom, shalom, everybody.
Shalom, shalom. Damn, why my voice sound like that? I must be getting sick.
Just want to start off by saying Kala Hayaba Shimmy Shaya Rawawat Kodash, which is all praises to the Most High in the name of His Son and the Holy Spirit. So,
All praises to the Most High and the Holy Spirit. All praises to the Son and the Holy Spirit. Yeah, man. It's ugly out here. What it do, brother? What it do?
actually, I wanted to get into something first, discuss some things. I would play the video, but I know Elon the damn strike me. So, I
On
ain't gonna
YouTube?
play this. Yeah, it's a YouTube video that he put up.
Elon put it up?
Yeah, it's from Tesla.
Oh, no, you can't play that.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna play it. Instead,
Did he put it on Twitter? If he put it on Twitter, you can play it on YouTube.
No, I didn't find it on Twitter. Well, I don't be on Twitter like that, but I definitely didn't see it. I just saw it on YouTube. So, but I saw it enough to understand what it was saying. So
What's
I'm
going
gonna
on with
pull up.
Elon? Oh, Neuralink.
Yeah. So Nolan Arbrough is the guy who got the chip put in him. It says, "Who is the first Neuralink? Who is Neuralink's first ever human trial patient? Former athlete Nolan Arbrough, 29, was left paralyzed after a diving accident at a children's camp 8 years ago. So this guy got it. He got the Neuralink placed into his head, and what's so crazy is they wanted to test what his physical ability was first. This is what the video was saying. This is by Tesla, right? So they wanted to test his physical ability. So they had him trying to use a mouse, right? And everything with his hand, which he normally couldn't use. He had to use like a little stick out of his mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to use the mouth, I guess, just not consistent enough. And I guess it was irritating. So the thing he has went to utilizing the most has been his brain. So right now, his brain, using the Neuralink, they is able to communicate with all the electronics. So if he could think of it, he could bring up the mouse or bring up a game controller or whatever. He said for the first time in 8 years, he's been able to stay up all night and play the game, and it's really changed his life. Now, Tesla says, or Neuralink says, the people working on it, says they've only discovered with him about 1% of what they think is possible with it. What do you think?
Man, that's cat. I think it's cat.
They said they're gonna be studying the next 6 to 10 years to see what he learns how to do. I mean, I watched the video. It's crazy because like, dude was like playing the game while they was talking. He was like multitask, so like he talking and doing the interview and playing the game with his mind at the same time. So, what do you think the limits is on
it? You say he's paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
From the neck down?
Yeah, suppose I guess 2 of his vertebrae up top went out of place after the diving accident. So from the neck down, he has no neural connection or whatever, which is really interesting. The fact that he was able to use the mouse, because that means that Neuralink somehow allowed him to bypass that part of the nerves to activate other parts. So it was a interesting video from a science perspective, from a righteous perspective. I kind of see what they're doing.
but oh, so he's able to play the game with his mind.
With his mind. The way, remember, like in the test, they were having monkeys play the games with their mind. Now, but monkeys can't give feedback. You know, they can't be like, yeah, this is how I feel. This is how it feels when I do it, you know?
Yeah, is it going to help him with his disability?
Well, that's what they're trying to focus on. It seemed like from the video, he wants to focus on the mind control stuff, controlling the electronics around his house. To him, that's changed his life already. The Neuralink people want him to focus on his physicalness. That's why they wanted him to use a physical mouse and do that test first before he started using a brain. But they only come to work with him like every week or every 2 weeks, and then the rest of the time he focusing on what he want to focus on, which from his point of view is like just using his mind with the electronics has changed everything versus being paralyzed, and not being able to play games or communicate online or whatever else the case is.
Well, 2 + 2 = 4, supposedly, right? I ain't putting that stuff on me, bro. So,
Bro, I'm not putting it on me, neither. God forbid. But I get it. Like, I get it. See, they plan to war with our Savior. We know this biblically. And in order to do that, they have to evolve. Like the Bible speaks to this, right? He says, I will take you out to the wilderness again for a second time. Like I took your fathers out of the wilderness in Egypt, right? Out of Egypt into the wilderness. Mm-hmm. And there I will pour out my spirit on you, right? Now we know that science forever has been trying to figure out how to make whatever is actually possible through our bodies, right?
Yeah.
Possible. How do they do it? Right? They had the hardest damnedest time trying to figure that out. I believe while God's people go into the wilderness and that spirit gets poured onto us, I believe this is their equivalent in their mind, right? Of being able to unleash. You get what I'm saying? Whatever they're trying to unleash. I don't know what the full goal is. To be honest, none of us will be able to talk to that dude. For the next 6 to 10 years, he's going to be under private eye watch of the government because they don't know what's possible. They don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what movie was that where the dude was disabled, but he was able to use like all his, like most of his brain, and he ended up being like super powerful? And I forgot what movie that was. It was back in the days.
I know there's a Marvel character like that, right? Who was like ride around on the little machine with the big brain.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah. I forgot about that one. Yeah, maybe it's that I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't watch too much movies, so
yeah.
Maybe it's that one I'm thinking about. I don't know. That's crazy though, man. I mean, yeah, I don't. To me, that man, people gotta be crazy to get. You know what I'm saying?
Remember the black woman that they put her consciousness on a robot or claimed to about 20 years ago? I believe this all goes hand in hand. They're trying to find immortality, trying to reach a new level of some type of power, right? And then they also understand that you can't allow artificial programming to run the way that they're doing it without a counteractive. Like right now, we have no way to counteract. Now we know as biblical people, we go away from their evil technology as they keep improving it. But I believe this is in Elon's mind, at least from what he was saying, this is his way of counteracting it. He said he went and warned every government. I'm not an Elon fan. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I watch all of these people. But he said he warned every government, all the presidents, that the danger of opening artificial intelligence the way that they were planning on doing. He says, what happens if you create a greater intelligence than yourself? Like, what if we create something greater than ourselves? How do we think of ants, right? Like most people don't worry about stepping on the ant, or ant means nothing to a person. So he's like, what if we create something that's such a greater intelligence than us? I believe, like he was saying, that he believes this brain chip is the way to override that, because this gives us the same technology that they would have, being able to communicate with any type of technology. But not us, but them.
Yeah, I should have went. I should have went in the whip, bro. There's people over here. So if you see me mute up, dog, it's because they're talking loud. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it is what it is with them, man. I mean, that's what they. Hopefully, it helps him with his condition. You know what I mean? I don't know how you can fix a vertebrae like that. You know what I mean? and all
Well, I
that.
guess the idea behind it, because I was wondering how did he move his hand to use the mouse if he couldn't move his hand before because he was paralyzed from the neck down. I'm assuming this, whatever that chip, it allows him to bypass certain nerves and go around them to activate the other nerves, which kind of, knowing that, it kind of makes sense with my condition and what I be going through and why I be having these different feelings because of the nerves, right? My nerves just be probably going crazy. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of messed up because they always do this, right? They drop a technology which is really evil. The end goal is really evil. Like, to be honest, the people who get in these ones that this guy got in them, they're not gonna be everyday people. You get what I'm saying? Once
Yeah,
they figure out what these are capable of, they're gonna give everybody else like dumber down version.
yeah, but what did he get out of it though for putting it in? You see what I'm saying?
Well, from what he was saying, the things he immediately got was being able to control the mouse in the future of maybe possibly being able to get up and walk again. That's really what they want him to focus on, is bypassing the nerves to operate the other nerves. But it seems to me from watching the video, like I said, that the guy is just caught up on that he can communicate with everything electronically around him and do it just like imagining it. Because they were like, how does it work? It's like you're just imagining it working. You imagine yourself like you're playing the game and it just plays. It does what you want it to do.
Well, he got
So,
to be he got to be connected to the game. I mean, can't just imagine it.
well, I guess the chip allows him to connect to any electronic device. He said
Okay.
one of the problems he's having though was that he had to, it has to charge. And I guess because they don't want to fry his brain, they ain't got high speed charging, you know. So and it don't allow him to charge as he used it. So like when it's charging, he's like back to his normal, you know, condition. He don't have all of the advantages he have
Yeah,
when it's fully charged. So I
that's
mean,
crazy.
it is messed up because they put it on somebody that make you feel compassion towards their situation. So you hope the best for them. But at the same time, you can see just how wicked it is, you
That's
know.
how they get you, though. You know what I'm saying? They get you with that compassion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I went outside to the car and the Ish was walking by, he seen me. You know what I mean? He seen the shirt. He looked at me. You know what I mean? He was like, he gave me that dirty look. Ain't nobody studying you. You know what I mean?
He gave you the dirty look.
Yeah, he gave me. Every time I see him, I'll be like Shalom. You know what I mean?
Shalom.
He'd be like
So
Shalom, Shalom. I'll be like Shalom, bro. Yeah.
I
I hope
told
things
you
work
about
out.
that time I told one of them the credo, and that old man, this is when I was healthy too. He chased me down the street. Who taught you that? Where'd you learn that? I said Shemaya Shirala Haya Lahaya Noah Lahaya God, which is like we are Israel and the Lord our God is one God. And he was like, who taught you that? He was one of the black hats too, like the ones that dress like Harry Potter. Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Hey, bro, hey, it is what it is. Call
Yeah,
a
I got a
spade,
couple of
man.
small hats around me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got. You know what I mean? I don't know which is which anymore. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I hope things work out for him, man. I hope that I ain't getting that. I don't care if I was in vegetative state. You know what I mean?
Where their plan is to do 12 more this year because they were limited to do one last year. So they're able to do 12 this year. They're planning to do 27 next year, and so on and so forth up into 2030, where they're planning to mass release it, and they expect to have 20,000 or more done in the first year of mass release.
No, thank you.
So, oh yeah, oh definitely. Like this is all Bible prophecy. The mark
Yeah, I
of the
know.
beast. This all Bible prophecy.
Yeah,
He's just watching more prophecy fulfill itself.
the only thing I could get from them is the Cybertruck with the pew pew windows. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
proof of that too. So they come out with the one with the proof windows. I'm good. You know what I mean?
I think you would most likely have to get it and do it yourself. Elon Musk refuses to put it into the car because he said you wouldn't be able to roll the windows up and down any longer because it's too thick.
Well, I could just get one. And, you know what I mean? I do like them though. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are nice, man. Big,
Yeah,
durable.
I do like them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm about to go
What's
to
next?
the next one.
Man, these people don't know how to talk like normal people, bro. Those gotta be loud.
It be like that sometimes. Oh, the next one is NATO and Russia. We're just gonna read some of these headlines. Ukraine Zelensky war. This was warns. This was 7 hours ago by CBS News. Ukraine Zelensky warns Putin will push Russia's war very quickly onto NATO soil if he is not stopped. What happened to them winning? I thought they were winning.
Yeah, that's cat.
This is from Rutgers or Reuters. This is Putin says Russia will not attack NATO, but F-16s will be shot down in Ukraine.
That's
Russia has no design on any NATO, no designs on any NATO country, and will not attack Poland, the Baltic states, or Czech Republic. But if the West, I guess I have to go to that to see what it's here.
But if the West get involved, then he will attack. That's what it says.
But if the West supplies F-16 fighters to Ukraine, then they will be shot down by Russian forces.
I mean, it's only right. He had war with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then we got NATO Ukraine Council convenes due to Russia's attack on energy infrastructure.
And rest in peace to the innocent people that got hurt out there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Because that attack, war, man. War is dirty. It says Kyiv asks NATO partners for air defense supplies after Russia hits energy system. So what you think going on? This is from 23 hours ago. Russia says NATO is preparing allies for conflict with Moscow.
What I think they're trying to get it popping with Russia. You know what I mean?
Washington Times says Russia says NATO Eastern European push sign of preparation for war. So what you think is next out there in that side of the country, or it's that side of the world, I should say.
Hold on real quick though, because
all right,
that's ridiculous. Hold on.
All right. So I'm gonna let y'all know. Oh, okay, he back.
No, he moved from the door because I'm like, hold on, dog. That's my grandson.
Oh, okay.
he be doing too much sometimes. But yeah, they I mean, it's all set up for that anyway. We already know that. You know what I mean? Like, Rick really say it's gonna pop off. It's gonna pop off eventually. Everything. I don't believe in coincidences. You know what I mean? Or too much going on at one time. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. Nothing's a coincidence. You know what I mean? The difference between a conspiracy and the truth is about 6 months.
What do you think about Biden's state of affairs or state of union address, where he says that we will win this war with Russia no matter what, and the whole Congress and Senate erupts, clapping, supporting.
That's cat. Russia got stuff that we can't even defend ourselves with. I mean, Russia could have us if they wanted to. I mean, let's be real. and ain't nothing we can do about it.
Okay, this just a toss in because since we're on the war topic, what do you think is America's purpose behind trying to get a peace deal signed in Israel?
Votes for 2024 from the Muslim community.
Oh, they need votes for Biden. That's what you think?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's actually a good one.
You come from everywhere else, but if you're born and raised here, you're screwed, buddy.
Okay, we got one more, and then we could get to the big topic, the big one of the day. So let me add this next one on. So this next one is here we go. Russian icon. What you got to say about that?
It's chess, not checkers. So what he did with that, right?
Yeah.
We've been saying this, so to me, it's like whatever, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
He did this in 2004. People don't realize it. He also did it in 2004. But what he did with this is chess, right? So he did this to show that the people that's over there don't belong over there, and the West is supporting them for doing them other people dirty. Well, people are saying what they're doing over there. You know what I mean? I want to say it because I don't know what they're gonna do about that.
Yeah.
For doing them other people dirty like that, you know what I mean? And stuff like that to show the falsehood of the propaganda that them people push. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know how they say everything you say nowadays is anti this, anti this, anti that. Man, get out of here with that. You know what I mean?
So this is pretty interesting, right? If everything we say is anti this, then what about the Russian icon?
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah. So wouldn't everything be anti-Russian icon if other people claim?
That's a fact. I mean, we could go there. We could go there, you know what I mean? But they he did this in 2004. It's like the situation with a specific music mogul, you know what I mean?
Right.
And stuff like that. Like people act like, oh, this, that, third, blah, blah. Bro, listen, man. That dude been doing it, man. We from New York. I'm from New York, so you know what I mean? Before the internet, man, there's been way worse rumors than what they bringing up right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is.
And with this being released again, almost like as if it's being pushed, like, oh, you didn't get it last time, let's show you it again.
Well, the internet wasn't popping like that.
So with this being resurfaced and repushed, how close? Then we're gonna get into the Bible on this one for everybody listen. How close do you think we are to that prophecy where it says, in that same place it was told, you are not the people of God. It would be known that you are the living seed of the Most High God.
Man, I think we right around the corner on that, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think, man. Before we get to that, is the famine. That's around the corner. You know what I mean?
Well, I was saving that for last.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, you're right though, because I believe that it won't just be the world dropping information or Russian icons coming out and things like that. If that was enough, then people would have just took it on face value for what the Bible said. It literally says it in there all throughout the Bible.
But Russia just thinks what people don't realize about well, you probably too young to remember, but Nikolai Gorbachev, who was the other guy after Nikolai, and then it was Putin. Them dudes do things strategically, right? They play chess. They don't. The reason why he brought this stuff up
Yeah.
is to show the West like they being hypocrites because the people that's there are not the ones that belong there, and what they're supporting is dehumanizing a big group of people. You know what I mean?
Right.
To get real estate land, to build casinos and all that stuff on it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna
Like,
watch what I say because they're gonna. You know what I mean?
but
They'll flag your channel for that. So.
because isn't that what happened? Wouldn't you think the overthrowing of a land that belonged to a people that were indigenous to it, and also as well as the slave ship carrying, stuffing people on, bringing them over there, making them build. Isn't that uprooting? The same thing we're just talking about. Like,
It is.
isn't that in the most major way? And I'm bringing
Egregious.
this up
Egregious.
egregious way, and I'm bringing this up not just against the West. Because I think we focus on the West so many times, we forget about Afro-Iranians, Afro everywhereans, Afro Russians.
The 12 tribes is worldwide, man.
Yeah, we forget that the slave trade before white people ever sold one of us back and forth, the rest of the world was doing it.
Yeah.
And I think we forget about that. India, Asia, Africa, the Middle East.
Everybody did it, but they don't. Let me say this, man. There was slavery of other people. There was stuff like that, but they don't fit all the curses. They just don't. You know what I mean? So when people it's all based off of slavery, no, it's not. It's based off of all the curses. It ain't just one specific curse.
Well, I got a theory as well on that because I got friends. I went to high school with a lot of Europeans from different nationalities, Scottish and Irish. I got a theory on that. I don't believe y'all are Scottish or Irish.
They're not. That doesn't.
I don't believe y'all were the ones who endured slavery. I mean, I know Scottish people and Irish people did. I don't believe you were the people nor the people who endured. I think the black coat of arms in those areas show historically that those people of royalty who was there was black. King James in the Bible, and he was king over all of that. And then if you get the English language together, nobody's ever answered me this question. Why don't none of them speak Old English? People think when I say Old English, I'm talking about what European. They don't speak Old English. In Europe, in England, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
J's, they have J's. The U's aren't V's.
Yeah,
the don't have two E's in it. I'm talking about the original way that English was written. Why don't nobody speak that anymore? Why is there? Huh?
Why nobody speaks that?
Yeah, why? No, I'm saying if these are the original people, if this is their original language, and people always say that Europe is the ones who keep the original English dialect, why don't they speak Old English? If they have the original English dialect, and people be thinking, most Americans think they believe they speak Old English, but if you read Old English and understand it from reading it, they don't speak that.
No, because they don't. They're not speaking in English because Gaelic. When you look at when the people that spoke Gaelic though was people of color, bro. It's not. It's the same thing with like the Paleo Hebrew. You know what I mean? Like those were people of color. So people done lost that. You know what I mean? People done lost that and claim to be. You know what I mean? Bywords and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So they're not gonna speak that. Like if you look at French, right?
Right.
So French, Italian, Spanish, they all coincide with each other, right?
Right.
They all made up languages. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then you have Portuguese.
Right.
That's been around way longer. Yeah. The Egyptian language been around way longer. The Arabic language been around way longer. But when people speak Yiddish, talking about that as Hebrew, which is not Hebrew, is actually Yiddish.
Right.
That's when people will be like, oh, well, why can't people well, how do I know what you're saying is correct or what they saying is correct? Blah blah. Well, because you went to the paleo, so a lot of people are like, oh no, that's not how it's pronounced. No, that is how it's pronounced. What it is a lot of people get stuck on the ways of the world. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people get stuck on the ways of the world. So when people be like, oh, um, we need to be honest with you, we just need to start speaking in the paleo. You know what I mean? Like we need
Yeah,
to stop. Um, so we could communicate with each other without people knowing that what we're communicating
yeah,
about. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So, at the end of the day, bro, they all got a story, right? But it's their story. It's not our story. It's not the truth. You know what I mean? So
Well, it's intriguing that you brought that up because that's what I was thinking. Like, now I will say that Yiddish is much further away from Paleo Hebrew than
wait for them. Wait for
than
them.
any version of English, whether it's from England or the one we speak in America, was away from Old English. But it's really weird because when you read Old English, things sound the way they're pronounced, like for real. Like they sound they you know what I'm saying? Like when you read it, it
Yeah,
sounds just like you read it. There's no like, oh, what does this mean? Like, yeah,
yeah. Like we say mother,
right,
right? Or mother in New York. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We say mother, and in Gaelic will be mother,
right,
mother. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, uh, what they did was they erased stuff. You know what I mean? Because King James, uh, uh, not only did he speak Hebrew, he spoke Gaelic, Arabic. The real King James, not the King James that y'all thinking about that slept with his own mama. No, that's not the King James. So people know. But it's I don't know, man. You got the people that be like, those are man written stories and fantasies and all that, and that's cool. You could go by that too. You know what I mean? But the question I want to ask you is, let's just say for for FYI, right? That the Bible is false, right? If the Bible is false, how did all these prophecies happen though?
yeah.
And it happening today, you know what I mean? So
Right.
was some guys like Nostradamus, you know what I mean?
What not? What I would say is, especially if you think the Bible is false, then what? Then nothing is true. The Bible is the most accurate thing I've ever read, not just
Right,
of
right.
the last 6,000 years of known history, but before and after. So, if the Bible is false, then what could possibly true? Because we know that uh, most facts in science aren't facts. Most facts in all type of science, whether it's geology, electricity, like most of these things aren't facts. They're just as much as they're as high of a rate. Yeah, what is it? A scientific hypothesis, right?
Yeah, hypothesis.
It's a test that's ran over and over. It's not 100%. It's not a guaranteed fact. But hey, if it worked 96% of the time, right?
Yeah.
Then this is most likely what it is. So if the Bible is false, then nothing is true, right?
Yeah, then nothing is true.
Nothing is true. Like everything is false.
We'll
What?
see. We'll see. What is it? On the 8th is like what? If you had the 250, so you're looking at 4,993, right? Years
Right.
old. Supposedly that's what the planet is. So
They say you say how say that again?
4,993. So in
Oh,
7 years we'll find out, what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I think we're older than that based off the Bible time. The planet for sure. Civilization itself, not so much. Because remember, Genesis is the first like 2,500 years of man, and then when that prophet in remember Daniel when he
I'm
talks
talking
about
after the flood, brother.
huh?
I'm talking about
Oh, you're talking about after.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about us walking the earth right now
right.
after the flood. That's what I'm talking. Not the.
What because I was saying it because like I said, the Genesis is from for the first 2,500, and Daniel talks about the last 3,500 years, right? From the end of Genesis up until the return of Christ when he saves his people, right? The 70 Jubilees, right? So yeah, that's and that makes 6,000, right? And we know that the
Yeah.
seventh day belongs to Christ. So that's the reason I brought that up because I didn't I don't be knowing, like I say, most of what I know is from the Bible. So a lot of the numbers I don't be knowing at all. But
Yeah.
or
The
how they
7 is
counted them.
completion. You do know that,
Yeah,
right?
the 7 is completion. Yeah.
So that's why everybody's tweaking about the on the 8th. That's the 7th, exactly 7 years from the last one that crossed from Oregon. Which you
Oh,
never get an eclipse coming from the west. You know what I mean? That's weird. And then you got this one coming from the south and going up north. So it's kind of weird, these eclipses. So that's
yeah,
why I say
these
that's,
different eclipses.
yeah, it's biblical and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So
But applause to Putin on that one. You see right there? You see Yahweh Shai with dreadlocks. See that?
yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all believe it when he say it, but there's a problem. I don't get no brownie points over saying first of all, I'm a so-called Puerto Rican, so I don't get no brownie points over telling you that Yahweh Shai is black. If anything, so-called black, if anything, I should be like Yahweh Shai is a so-called Puerto Rican. So it's a problem when we say it, but it's cool when they do it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand that. I just don't get it.
Well, it's kind of a saddening thing, right? Because um there's a certain distinctness that you kind of have to be followed that people are looking for to actually listen to you, right? But it's not about righteousness at all. It's just about the distinctness. Like you could be the most unrighteous person in the world. They follow bro. Hey, bro, own it.
Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, the freaking the Omegs, and
right.
man, get out of here with that crap, bro. Listen, it's like this, right? I could sit here and blow up my YouTube right now, bro. I could sit here and put people and interview people right now that been around a certain person that people are like making videos about. But let me tell you something. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
No matter that brother been accused of a lot of things. So I don't believe by the law he ain't been convicted. I don't make them excuses and stuff like that. Um, that ain't my brother. You know what I mean? There's too many accusations. So
Oh, you talking about the take that.
take that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope it was lies, but there's way too many people for it to be that. You know what I'm saying? One or two I can understand, but when you got like 60, 70, you know what I mean? Like, nah, fam, I don't got nothing I ain't
To
with it.
me, it's so crazy because it's been so many rumors going on for so long. It kind of makes me want to believe take that, been taking that, you know. But
It's bad.
on the same account, after hearing what really went on in the R. Kelly case, knowing for a fact what went on in the Bill case, seeing how they did Kanye, it kind of makes me question: are the same people who started the rumors the same people? Like, if something happened to take that, I'm gonna really be questionable. Because the guy that I seen around him, that's quote unquote, they say the cleanup guy, is the same guy that was in Michael Jackson's hospital room when he died. It was the doctor and then this Mohammed guy. And this same Mohammed guy is now in league and around with Take That, Take That.
But the thing is, with Take That, Take That. The thing is with him is that Take That, Take That. Been doing that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he. Let me tell you. Well, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
Every time you seen a new artist will take that
Yeah.
in New York, we used to be like, you already know you don't got this dirty. You see what I'm saying? In New York, we know something ain't right. We'll take that. You see what I'm saying? So most people from New York will tell you that. Like, I just wish the best for that brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish the best for him. I wish everything.
I mean, I know for it. I mean, him. A lot of these guys get this power and they do people dirty. Like that's why May said he knew.
They do.
When he took Cameron to get on, because him and Cameron been boys, he took Cameron to be it because he knew Biggie would take care of him. He didn't take him to Puff. And Cameron thanked him for that. But I feel like, yeah, it's a lot of that, man. People get that money and get big. And to be honest, I know this might sound crazy because if we're biblical, if we're bruised, it's not our part to go based off a rumor to judge nobody. We're not allowed to bear false witness or accept any record of false witness. And we know how the witness must come in order for it to be true witness. So I don't like to go against them because I could see this situation as a setup to not just take that down, but like literally the hierarchy of our people.
So he's a little fish in the pond, bro.
They always say
it's bigger than them.
Stars can't help the hood or their community. These people, successful actors, basketball players, they can't really come back and make the difference. If they go after the people that they possibly could after coming after Take That, if everything that the rumors and people was saying was true, all, theoretically, if it all was true, how many basketball players going to be taken down? Football players, stars, rappers, TV actors, execs.
How many? The whole Hollywood, the whole music industry, all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have to take down a lot of people.
So we can see the actual money of our people. Because this is what's interesting, right? We just lost the ability as a people. They don't have to hire us at a job no more. Because we make up a certain percentage of a community. They don't have to let us into college because we're smart enough to go there, right? So this was just passed. Is what we about to see next is all of the wealth, like the people who known as the stars, or are we about to see them all taken down? As we know, the judgment of Yasharala is upon us. We see what's happening in Haiti. What do you think about that?
Grants to get their rent paid. You know what I mean? Don't even belong here. Like, that's crazy.
While people here is going home, becoming homeless and having jobs.
Yeah, living in their cars and stuff like that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You want to get to the next one? Because I already see you with the
squirming and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one is the last one.
This one will be a wham bam see you ma'am though. It's on y'all to watch the videos. It's on y'all to do what y'all do, man. Like I tell Best Shemaim, I'm about done with it. Y'all want to wake up. That's on y'all, man. I ain't gonna stress myself no more.
So which one was that? Oh, okay. Here we go. Shalom, everybody. Once again, it's your brew. That's me, Bon Shemayim, back with another. What we gonna talk about tomorrow on the live? Baltimore. Let's get it. So we're watching this thing hit the ship. I think this next clip after the bridge crashes.
Breaking news. The Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed after being struck by a container ship. The incident happened this morning, Tuesday, March 26th. At about 1:30 a.m., the U.S. Coast Guard and local first responders are currently on the scene in the Patapsco River.
So, but what do you think? You think that's AI generated, Doc?
No, that ain't. What, the boat hitting the bridge?
That was it. It was on The Simpsons. I don't watch The Simpsons, so I don't. It's hard for me to
No,
tell
that was
AI generated or real.
Yeah, that was AI generated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
My apologies in advance, but you can't tell me that this looks like an accident. I mean, take a look at the angle in which it takes in order to hit that bridge. Now, I decided to ask artificial intelligence program called Copilot from Microsoft Bing's search engine what the effects of this bridge collapse will have on the economy and the surrounding areas. And the answers should be very alarming, but also not surprising. Check this out. An average of 4,900 trucks per day carry $28 billion worth of goods. Those are now going to need to be rerouted due to the bridge collapse. And the greatest impact is expected on hazardous materials such as diesel fuel. And we're already having problems with gas prices. This is only going to make things worse and set things back as it pertains to gas prices. But there's more, of course. The bridge plays a crucial role in the nation's infrastructure and the supply chain. The disruption is going to have long-lasting effects. Baltimore serves as the largest entry point in the U.S. for large agriculture and construction equipment, including tractors, farming combines, bulldozers, and heavy-duty trucks bound for the Midwest, the farmland of America. Let's visit that now, because this collapse comes just during the peak of planting season in the Midwest, and once again, it's going to affect the farming and the food. Additionally, construction activities also pick up in colder climates as the ground thaws. The economic impact extends beyond immediate costs, potentially affecting businesses, jobs, and regional stability. But there's more. The bridge's collapse affects the entire supply chain, including the movement of agricultural equipment, fertilizers, and other essential materials. Farmers may face challenges in receiving necessary supplies, leading to potential delays in planting, maintenance, and harvesting. The economic repercussions extend beyond immediate costs, potentially affecting crop yields, prices, and again, regional stability. I want to hear from you what you think about this. No, not this predictive program.
So what you think about that?
Well, you don't have to worry about the farming equipment because John Deere's more than full with enough farming equipment, so you don't have to worry about that. That's where you see them big John Deere tractors and all that big farm equipment that come from Russia. So they're actually pretty full because I just went to like 5 different John Deere's the other day, so they're actually pretty full with big heavy equipment. The problem that we got is that grain, the diesel, the fertilizer, and all that.
Right.
Why is it a problem? That's the $1 million question. Why don't they just move it to another port? Well, them other ports ain't set up to grab that stuff. Then not only that, about 750,000 vehicles get moved through that port. The other ports ain't set up to move that kind of volume of vehicles in and out the country. It is a very important part. It's 15% of the economy. To get that trash out the way, to even build a new bridge, you got to get all that. You're looking at 5 years, man. You're kind of good.
It'll take them 5 years to get that back up.
Yeah, you're kind of good. That ain't gonna happen overnight. I wish that was right. Listen, they could put it up, right? I guarantee you there's not a stability bridge. Now let's really get into it. These people gave you information on that stuff when the NTS just went in there yesterday. So nobody didn't tell you that. What the news also didn't tell you is that a lot of that hazmat cargo has spilled into that water channel. They didn't tell you that either in the news. What they didn't tell you in the news either is the black box went out. The black box came back in. If you look at the ship, if anybody ever been in a ship, especially ships, big ships, you know, like aircraft carriers and all that, you'll be, if you lose power, no, more like a hack. And then they got back online because they easily hacked, you know what I mean? Them ships right there are easily hacked. So they could have got hacked. The part that baffled me was when you seen the smoke come out of it.
Yeah.
And how it curved right into the pillar. It looks more intentional than actually a mistake.
I agree. Just the way the angle that it turned. I get the power of the ship went off, but when the power came back on, why would it turn to that angle? You would think that it would try to avoid the pole, and it almost seemed like it turned directly into it on both times that the power went out. When it came back on, it angled itself more into.
Well, you're gonna drop the anchor, you know what I mean? On the port side, that's the starboard side, you know what I mean? So, man, stack up on food because a lot of food come through there. The other ports, if they send it to California got these new rules with they want electric trucks they don't even got the infrastructure for and all that stuff. Man, stock up on food, stock up on water. I am a doomsday prepper. Ben Shemaim will tell you that. I was talking to Ben Shemaim today while I was going to a store to get canned goods and all that. You know what I mean? And I got my own food in my own yard. So, don't get scared. Get prepared. You know, if you could get constitutional silver, 90% silver from 1964 and below, get some. That's a bartering item. IMO is a bartering item. You know, silver's a bartering item. Like, there's too many coincidences happening at once and too much going on. And it's all by design.
And as a person who, before I was injured, spent the last 12 years working in around gardens and garden supplies and learning, sucking all of that information up, planting, everything, right, around that field. If you get behind, I get a lot of people don't understand this, but a lot of the plants had to already started getting planted.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, they should have been in the seeding process, and they should be getting to the point where they're going to take them out and drop them into the ground. If they don't have what it needs to make them yield what they're supposed to yield or give them the nutrients they're supposed to nutrient. And we also, this is one thing, we don't know what's coming this year. We don't know what type of summer, spring we're really going to have when the weather kicks in.
So far, don't look too good, though.
Yeah, so with everything happening and not knowing that if there's a lesser yield, because they already got to move the supply chain in around, so we know that's going to cost cost is going to go up. It's going to take longer for things to get into places to get stocked.
They don't have the warehouses to maintain that.
But come May and June, July, August, September, these months when they're getting that old harvest done and getting the new harvest ready to be set and prepared, that could be a huge lack of food, lack of source to feed people. So,
dude, don't forget all the flooding in California. Don't forget all the snow that done fell, and all the flooding in Oregon and ice in Washington State and Idaho, where you get your potatoes and all that from. Don't forget that. Don't forget And don't forget what's going on around the world too.
Right.
It ain't just here. It ain't just here. People are starving, man. People are starving around the world, believe it or not. Man, listen. Just prepare yourselves. Yo, do me a
As
favor.
best as
Yes,
you can. I
can.
know everybody don't have it to prepare, but do whatever you can. Even if you get food stamps, man, just buy you a little can here and there, stuff it to the side.
It adds up after a while.
Yeah, it adds up because when it gets tough, right? You can still be trying to stack up, but if you have already created a good amount, just to make sure you're okay, because if supplies do become low, part of what is prophesied to happen to this country is a famine.
Yeah.
When the famine comes, you just want to make sure that you're ready. I mean, I know people plan that God's going to lead them and they can link up with other people and God's going to take care of it, but just make sure that you got enough for God to give God the time to get you where you believe He gonna get you.
And the supply chain is broken, so you know. Trust me, it's bad. It's very bad. Do me a favor before we go. Go to my YouTube.
All right.
And show that last video before we go, so people can have some type of awareness of what's going on.
I can't believe we didn't pop up.
You know they be suppressing me heavy, bro, with the stuff I be putting on there.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't pop up. Okay.
And we got pups for sale. Nah, let me stop.
You said you got which one?
Pups for sale.
Pumps?
The puppies. Like
Oh.
the puppies.
Hey, advertise.
Nah, dog, I ain't advertising that. People gonna be like, man, dog.
Okay, somebody might be looking for a pup, especially in the time we coming in. They pit bulls too, a good breed.
Yeah, but those are show dogs. Those ain't. They ain't gonna do you no good.
Depends on how they train. Pits are
Man, them bullies gonna lick. They're gonna lick the intruder to death. They for good temperament for people with kids and stuff like that. They show dogs. They're straight show dogs.
Yeah, I can't believe that it didn't show up. Hold on.
Yeah, I told you. I put that video on there, bro. It was like no go. You hear me? They were like no go, brother. Mm-mm.
Let me see. They totally messed me up with that one. So I'm about to go to it. Dang. Yeah, I think they be doing that to me too, though. You know, that's just how they do.
Yeah, that other app, bro, they be like,
Which one? Twitter?
Nah,
or
TikTok. TikTok, yeah, they be like, no. They let people watch it, and you know they over there they let people report it though. See, YouTube don't gotta do that. YouTube just be like, you ain't gonna let nobody watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. YouTube would just straight block you. Like, look, ain't nobody gonna see this.
Yeah. The last video.
Okay.
This is just for FYI, okay?
I had to go to my history because I know I watched it. Yeah, I had to go to my history. Crazy.
Nothing new under the sun.
All right, here we go. Now we're ready. Okay.
plan to entrench single-party rule, explained in under 2 minutes. 1. Flood the country with untold millions of illegals by land, sea, and air from all over the world, enough to eclipse the populations of 36 individual U.S. states so far. 2. Prioritize the needs of these millions of non-citizens over the needs of the American citizen, with free flights, buses, hotels, meals, and phones, ensuring their loyalty to the political party that imported them. 3. Keep them in the country at all costs, even when they commit violent crime like murder and rape. Attack the language used to describe the criminals, as opposed to the criminals themselves. Slander critics as racist. 4. Ensure their privileges are made irrevocable with city and state sanctuary laws that act as population magnets. Codify permanent status and ensure non-cooperation with ICE. 5. Count the non-citizens in the census that will determine congressional apportionment in the House of Representatives. As of now, that would equal 13 extra congressional districts, a tremendous amount of electoral power. 6. Wage a massive, heavily funded lawfare campaign to change state voting laws that legalize mass mail-in ballots, no signature verification, and no proof of citizenship requirements, making it nearly impossible to prove voter fraud. 7. Lock in the permanent voting majority with campaign promises of lavish benefits and permanent privileges, enshrining generational fealty to the Democrat Party. 8. Win elections. 9. Entrenched single-party rule has been achieved. The best part? Your tax dollars are paying for it.
On that note, Shalom Barakatah, and may the Most High bless you. You know what I mean? But Israel, open your eyes, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, all praises to the Most High, man, and all praises to our Savior. And I'm gonna let y'all know, man. I'm gonna be having y'all in my prayers, all of us, man, and all of y'all, even the ones who don't get it. I'm gonna be praying for the ones who do. Y'all already know, and you know, this is right now a time that pray for people, man. While you can, pray for everybody that you can while you can.
Rest in peace and prayers to them people that lost their lives on that bridge.
Definitely.
Rest in peace and prayers to everybody that, you know, lost their lives, man, this week, the week before that, the month before that, the year before that, 10 years before that. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, man. And I hope you got many blessings, but we're living in a different time, and things like this stuff in the bottom here with P and all that, that's all distractions. That's all distractions.
Wow. Definitely. I agree. I think it's a distraction, but it could also be something that's the beginning of the takedown of our people, because that's coming. That's part of the prophecy.
Yeah, it is. And by the way, I'm rocking Tribe of Judah today. All right.
That's hey, you got a store, man. I'm gonna link the store on one of my videos so y'all can get y'all one.
That's the tribe of the day, Tribe of Judah. But Shalom, Barakatah, peace and love, and be safe out here. Be vigilant, and just pay attention to what's going on around you, man. Protect your family, man. Protect your people, man. And with that note, Shalom, Barakatah.
Shalom, everybody. Peace, Barakatah. There we go.